Good afternoon. I broadcast this morning a 15-minute Violet Flame decree session, meditation, communion, and I had some thoughts that I wanted to share with you about it because I know it sounds a little strange for most people to think that the Violet Flame or invoking the Violet Flame or thinking about Violet Flame or even praying with the Violet Flame would be somewhat strange. But we're looking at a frequency that is just outside the realm of our vision. And it is a divine frequency. And it is a divine action. Now, some people might think, well, that's a little too weird. How could a spiritual frequency do anything to change things on the planet? On a personal level, on a collective level. You see, when we invoke the heavenly hosts, the powers of heaven, we can have an enormous multiplication of our actions. And it's the truth. It's the truth because they multiply what we do. And so, it's with great joy that I talk about the Violet Flame. And I know it might be a little surprising to some, but I have to tell you, when I first experienced the Violet Flame, when I was a young woman, young lady in Argentina, I was actually doing this in Spanish with a group of people, and I couldn't believe how extraordinary it felt for me after I had done a couple of hours of Violet Flame prayers and decrees with them, and I realized this was a real thing. And I watched throughout my life all of these different situations, both in a personal way and on a planetary scale, that changed for the better because I had invoked Violet Flame and people I knew had invoked Violet Flame. So it really is a miracle substance, a miracle action. And as I look at all of these various feeds and posts on Facebook and elsewhere, reels of all kinds of things, I see how it has become almost normal for people to consider these beings of darkness that come in and out of the astral plane, whether they are alien or whatever they may be. And yes, there are different levels of existence and there are different frequencies. So why would it be so unusual or not make sense that there would also be higher frequencies, heavenly frequencies, where masters and saints and angels abide and connect with us? You see, we are actually created to dial into the higher frequencies. And that is what every religion, every genuine religion has ever been about, teaching people to reconnect to those higher frequencies. Now, some people think, well, heaven is just Jesus, and Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life of the Christ that he exemplified and became. But Jesus is not the only one in heaven. Heaven is peopled with many, many people. Many, many souls who have accelerated into the light of God. Some have permanently reunited with God in the ritual of the ascension, and some are working on it, and some have to reincarnate to master more skills on this plane of consciousness. What I'm explaining is that souls go in and out of the higher planes if they are vibrating at that level. And souls can also go into the lower planes if they are vibrating at that level. So it's really important to keep our vibration, our consciousness in higher places meaning frequencies of love and integrity and liberty and courage and enlightenment and all of those things that saints from East and West have demonstrated as they went before us. And Jesus is the ultimate example, right? So I just wanted to put that out there because I didn't want you to think, wow, this is just like so far out. It really isn't that far out, maybe a little, but it gets closer when you do and invoke the violet flame. Like, I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. Wouldn't you rather draw nigh to the heavenly hosts than to all of the dark energies, forces, activities that we see happening right now? Of course, we can invoke, and we must invoke the heavenly host to come forth and take dominion, because the mantra always is, the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof, and the Lord is God, the geometry of divinity. So, hoping you have a good night, hoping this clarifies a little bit. Don't feel too silly if you start invoking the violet flame. See it as a game. See it as fun. It is fun. Fun is the faux heart of union. Have fun with it. And see what changes can come about, not only in your life, but on a planetary scale. I look forward to a big, big shift towards the golden age potential of Aquarius manifesting, and not what we've got going on right now. So that's why I'm putting it out there. The Ascended Master, known as Saint Germain, was the one who first revealed the knowledge of this energy field of the violet flame in an outer way to people. And there were a number of people during the 1940s who were a part of the I Am movement, and they were doing violet flame every night, every single night. I spoke to one who was a part of that. He told me that helped shorten the war. The violet flame can do miracles, and so looking forward to invoking more violet flame with you. God bless you. Namaste.